Today I'm building 3 new scenes from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Of course, I have to start off with the very iconic first scene where we see Mando on an Imperial base in a snowy planet. Now, I do have the set that takes place in the snowy planet, but none of the figures or builds or anything I really need to use for the mock. Here's what the build looks like. I'm very happy with how it turned out. First, I have a custom-built white mouse droid, just like in the movie scene, as well as the 2 snow troopers. Technically, the official one that would be in this scene hasn't released yet. Of course, we have Mando shooting his fire all along the floor, which is the main inspiration for this build. Definitely love it. After defeating the Imperial Warlord, he gets his next mission from Colonel Ward, where he has to retrieve Rada for the Hutt twins in a cool new planet called Shikari. Of course, I recreated the iconic pit fight scene. I have the lasers on the top, as well as a weapon rack in the middle with some nice custom-built weapons. Of course, I have Mando shooting his grapple eventually to Rada. They never made a Rada minifig, so obviously I can't include it, which is the main reason why this pit is so small. But I still think I got all the details I needed to, and overall, I really like the build. I did spend a lot of time on the custom weapons. The axe on the right is actually recreated after Rada's. But of course, the Hutt twins weren't fully being honest. Eventually, they went after Mando, captured him, and eventually he does get freed by, of course, Grogu. But upon their return, there is a really cool scene where he steals a stab speeder from the, again, really cool droid Gasha. So I wanted to make that in Lego. Here's how the build came out. I definitely really like it. I use this circular plate for the base. And I love all the little pieces I used for the detail of the ground on Nal Hutta. Definitely very happy with that part. And of course, the minifigs, I have Mando riding the stab speeder. I added the spring-loaded shooters to recreate that poster scene, which looks very nice. Of course, the commando droid on the side looks good as well, who is being launched off of the speeder. I also gave him a custom blaster, which I like a lot, and I added a lot of different clear pieces to represent his arms being launched off, as well as him falling off the plate. Of course, I did replace one of his arms with a normal B1 battle droid arm to add that little bit of detail, and I put his cape on, but instead of through the head, through both arms, which I also very much like. Overall, big fan with this build. Definitely happy how it turned out. My favorite build definitely goes to the first one I made, then the speeder, as well as the pit coming right after. But let me know your thoughts down below.